All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kodash, the belongings to the elders and apostles of greatness stone. Shalom to the elect pushing this word in truth and in sincerity, with the hope of receiving mercy of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai. Yahweh is the name of the living Father. Yahushai is the name of his only begotten Son. The so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans are the Israelites according to the prophecies that are written in the scriptures. I want to make it known that the RFID microchip is a paragma written about in Revelation 13, verse 16 and down, which is the MOTB. The miracle drug is the precursor to the paragma. Yahushai, whom the world ignorantly called Jesus, is about to make his return upon the earth to deliver his elect and to pour out judgment as is written. So I want to jump straight into this lesson dealing with the perilous times to come, because yesterday was a big holiday out here in Jamaica, where they refer to as Independence Day, and everybody was in that spirit of mirth, not understanding the times that they're in. Who now go on beach trip, I go on some party, or them I go up at the National Stadium for Grand Gala or whatever them call that up there, Isn't it? Not redeeming the times. Not aware that the days are getting evil and evil, So this is 2 Timothy 3 verse 1. This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come. When I look up that word perilous, it goes back to the Greek word kalepos, which means troublesome, That's what the times to come is referred to as the time of Jacob trouble, which Jacob is used so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, are to bear, dangerous, savage. And these are the times coming in which the rule of law is going to be none and void, It's going to be all out chaos. Every man for themselves. As it is written in Matthew 24, say, the love of many shall wax cold. Matafa. And you're going to see why these things that got me. The scripture tells us because iniquity. So let's get it. This is Matthew 24, verse I want to see 12. And because iniquity shall abound, and why iniquity are abound? Because the laws are slack. And why the laws are slack? Let's get it, Come here, come back to this precept, because as the precept them come to mind, we just throw them out, because this is the time that we're in. So this is Zephaniah 1. Zephaniah, Zechariah, my bad. It's supposed to be Zechariah. Zechariah 1. No, it's Habakkuk. My bad. So this is Habakkuk 1 verse 4. Therefore the law is slack, and judgment do it never go forth. For the wicked do it compass about the righteous, therefore wrong judgment proceeded. So this is why iniquity abound, because the wicked compass the righteous, So I'm going to go back to the precept in Matthew 24 verse 12. It is written, because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold, And these are the times that we are coming in which people now go regard their neighbor anymore, their friends anymore. You see me? Everybody I try look out for their own. So I'm going to run a clip so you can see what's going on. Alright, so this is the deadline. It's a system will wipe out entire class as global economy spin into free fall. Warning. So let's listen to this warning that they're getting now.
That we have this this bill that's going through the Senate to subsidize the semiconductor industry here, which is essentially a backdoor bailout. I think people should understand that as well, and every other mechanism possible to continue to pull cash from the future. What people don't know, what the biggest secret is, it's in everyone's face, is that that's the system. It demands that debt be fueled, added to the current situation exponentially in order to function. Without doing that, it's over. The system demands that debt be created. every day by every mechanism possible. Henceforth, crisis to crisis to crisis, and everything else.
See what I'm saying? The system requires debt to be created every day, yo. So that means the way people are ball about them not even understand. So we're living in a debt-based economy, yo. Debt is one of the things we make the economy move. That's how the elite set it up. That's why people have to continually borrow. And why is that so? Because the borrower is a servant to the lender. And these are the things that we are declaring the years of you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, yo. Because that is exactly when them gather to themselves debt. Let me get that from Habakkuk. This is Habakkuk 2. I'm gonna just jump straight to the point. This is Habakkuk 2. I'm gonna start at verse 4. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. And that is exactly what the just is doing now, yo. Believing in who? Yahushua. Yea, also, because he transgressed by wines, talking about his philosophies, yeah, the things that women push on people. He is a proud man, and neither keep it at home. And where America did evil, what there, we can show you. Get the South China Sea in uproar, yo. You see me? One of them representative over there in America, you see me, went to where? Taiwan. And that cause a big tension right now between China, Taiwan, and the US, yo. But how much people are see these things, you need to keep it at home. So let's continue. Who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gather unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. Shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his? How long? Unto him that ladeth himself with thick clay. And with thick clay represent death. So I could just look up that so you get an understanding that the scriptures speak of these things, yo. So we look up clear right here. Go back to the Hebrew word, Ibat Yat, meaning weight of pledges, heavy debts. And that's exactly what keep this bubble going, yo. Because anytime this bubble bursts, yo, you them talk about the recession and depression, it's gonna be on a total different level, yo. It's not gonna be compared to none of these previous bad times, yo. That's what the scripture saying in 2 Ezra 15 verse 14. So woe unto the world and them that dwell therein, because it's nothing but trouble coming, yo. So let's go back to the video.
Crisis to crisis, and everything else they can come up with.
Does the new monetary system you speak of include a digital dollar?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, that's the ultimate thing. What they're going to do eventually is go to a completely digital system where every single transaction is going to be tracked down to the 10,000th of a cent here. So look, the new system is very simple to understand. You can see it unfolding now. They're going to go after people's freedoms and liberties more so. They're going to exert a lot more control on people. And I think their end game here is to, this may sound extreme, but to reduce the population of the world by
Stop right there. Precept. This is 2 Ezra 16, verse 68. And every time I read this precept, it brings my mind to Revelation 12, verse 12. So the devil is going to come down on you having great wrath because you know that you have a short time here. That's why Esau I put all these mechanisms in place right now. So this is 2 Ezra 16 verse 68. For behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you, and they shall take away certain of you, and feed you being idle with things offered unto idols. And that's coming, even right now. The thing wanna get juke up is one of these things. You know what is in these things? Verse 69. And they that consent unto them shall be had in derision and in reproach and trodden under foot. For there shall be in every place and in the next city a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. They shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. For they shall waste and take away their goods, and cast them out of their houses. Then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as the gold in the fire. Hear, O ye my beloved, saith the Lord, behold, the days of trouble are at hand. Timothy said, know this also, perilous times shall come, troubled times. So it says, the days of trouble are at hand, but I will deliver you from the same. And knowledge and wisdom I will keep you stable, knowing that the Lord I will keep you in them times, if you keep the word of his patience as is written in Revelation 3 verse 10. Verse 75. Be ye not afraid, neither doubt, for God is your guide. And these are the things you have to continuously and meditate upon, because in the times to come it's going to look hopeless, but we have hope through Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. These people in the world don't have any hope, because them trust in the shadow of Egypt, which is going to fail them, The scripture says the shadow of Egypt is going to be a shame, So let's go back to this clip.
By a large margin here to again. Good.
Sorry, when you say they though, are you speaking like central banks?
Central banks, yeah. They is the government. We have a one world government today. They is central banks. They control it all. They control the monetary system. They run the economy. They run.
You know say? We have a one world government today. You see me? The bankers. You know what I'm saying? The government. Because I'm all in this plan, this consensus. You see me? That's why our King David prayed unto Yahweh, Bashim Yahweh Shai, to hide him from the secret counsel of the wicked, because a secret plot is being laid out for you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans right now. And you cannot see it, You just see my smoking mirrors, false flags. You see me? You're just in a confused state, not knowing what's really going on around you, But as him just declare, the rulers, and this is one of the things where them want to do. So this is Revelation 13 verse 15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. Image of the beast represent the system where I get rolled out, You see me? Because it starts in the form of democracy. You see me? And it will lead to the mark of the beast being pushed through the four corners of the world, So who refuse? Because we were at camp yesterday and a lady said, if them are going to force her to do this and that, and our family and nobody can force her to do certain things. But in the times to come, people can say all of them things with that big broad chest when they want food in the mouth. But in the times to come, the government gonna control how you eat, how you survive. And that is the thing with the servant of the Lord than people in the world, Our hope is that the Lord have mercy upon us, Not Esau, as in. Because as you hear the man say, their plan is to reduce the earth's population, So So matter of fact, I'm just read out, go to 16. Verse 16, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead, which is the RFID microchip. I will continually push it, yo. We break down this word so many times, and we're going to still do it, yo, because we have younger brothers that come up. We need to hear this, yo. Verse 17, and that no man might buy or sell, save either at the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. And that's why this system is being pushed so heavily right now, yo. Telling you about this total reset. Because I know, so once them transition to this digital economy, yo, everything is going to be tracked and monitored, yo. A total surveillance state. And you already have the technologies to monitor these things, yo. From blockchain technologies to them smart cities, to them AI technologies, talking about machine learning, deep learning, all these things Esau do great research upon, you. That's why it is written in, I want to say, Psalm 64. So when him accomplish a diligent search, yo, he commune of laying snares privately. Meaning you're not going to see these things, yo. Some of them are going to look even beneficial, yo, convenient. But all this is a trap, man, and that net is being laid down right around it, yo. So let's go back to the clip.
They run it all. The puppets that they put there as figureheads. Okay, they're just there as for something to people to look towards, because they believe that they are people that are actually pulling the strings, but it has no bearing on reality whatsoever. Central banks have unified, none more so than the Fed and the European Central Bank, and they're running the entire world economy. They're running it into the ground by design.
By design.
And to that point, if we just look at the evolution of Jerome Powell, right? He came in as Jerome the Hawk. Then he kind of transformed into Jerome the Dove. Then it was Jerome the Steroid Pusher. Then it was just Jay, right? So it's like, well, who is he really, right? And to your point, is it just, pushing whatever narrative and agenda has to be pushed at that moment?
Yeah, and it's not going to stop. I mean, look, what people need to understand, really at its core, the system, number one, as I said, is debt-based. It's a debt-based economic model. It must be fueled with more debt. It can't ever stop. Once we stop, we could end the system. We could, you see my hat back here in the Fed? We could end the Federal Reserve and every central bank in a nanosecond. If we just prevented them from issuing $1 single of more debt, just $1, the entire system would implode. That's why they got to come up with reasons to continue to pull cash from the future and sell it to the public. I mean, we just heard from the World Bank. World Bank is saying that developed nations around the world must support impoverished nations, or the global poverty issue is going to get worse. Well, I have a little clue for everyone who's listening to the global poverty issue is designed to get worse, much, much worse, and no amount of cash conjured up out of thin air being...
You listen, the word used was designed to be like that, yo. These things is not coincidence. You see me? It's not a coincidence, and we're telling you, yo, this is the plan of the world elites. Hey man, let's go precept. Go into Psalms. This is Psalms 140, verse 1. To the chief musician, a psalm of David, deliver me, O Yahweh, from the evil man. Preserve me from the violent man, which imagine mischief in their hearts. And this is mischief, yo. Continually are they gathered together for war, and that war is against the so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, yo. And them use food and entertainment, every part on the life, yo. All of the data when I receive, the information, yo, is used to manipulate it to walk in a certain way, yo. They have sharpened their tongues like a serpent. Others' poison is under their lips. Selah. Keep me, O Yahweh, from the hands of the wicked. Preserve me from the violent man who have purpose to overthrow my goings. that exactly the man do, yo. The proud of it a snare for me, and cords they have spread a net by the wayside. They have set gins for me, Selah, and that's exactly what them set for us, yo. So now more than ever, yo, we have to draw nigh unto Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. As is written in verse 6, I said unto Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, Thou art my God, hear the voice of my supplication, O Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Because this is the mindset we're supposed to be in, yo. Praying to the Lord to cover us, yo. They say, O God, the Lord, the strength of my salvation, Thou hast covered my head in the day of battle. Because a war is being waged against the so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, yo. And the Lord is going to cover certain men. Just as it is written in Ezekiel 9 verse 4. So I'm going to put a mark upon the men that sigh and cry for all of the abomination that be done in the midst thereof, and that mark represent Gathawa. You know? Which means exemption from judgment, yo. So this is what's being planned for you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans.
Thin air being created by a central bank is going to fix the problem. The underlying issue is the debt-based economic model, and they will never let it go. Central banks have established the debt-based economic model to exert power. They have one product, central banks, and that is their ability to issue and manipulate debt. That's it. That's their only tool. You hear about Jerome Powell, for example, talking about tools in his toolbox. They have one tool. It's how they...
So, as you can see, these are the times that we're in. And it's going to get worse and worse as the time progresses. So, hope this is the final that I want to say. Kalalal, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'asham, Raka Kwadash. Shalom.